Okay, well, welcome to Airliners Live. My name is Henry Tenby. This is Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. It's a beautiful sunny day here in Vancouver. As you can see, our first arrival, Air Canada 737 MAX. He just arrived from Las Vegas. It's the Air Canada 1061. Just taxiing off runway 08 left and heading into the terminal. So hope you're all doing well. Hope some of you are able to tune into our pop-up Lisbon show that we had this week. And that was fantastic, and we hope to bring you, as you know, as many live shows as per our normal schedule and weather will allow, but as well as the pop-up shows. So pop-up shows are a thing here for Vancouver because I like to meet with you guys as I can on a extra basis, and the pop-up shows in Europe are something we're going to try and do as our abilities allow as well. So again, I hope you enjoyed that Lisbon pop-up show that we had. It's a great place for spotting, Lisbon, Portugal. This is the Yellowknife arrival, Air Canada Jazz from Yellowknife, Northwest Territories. It's the Air Canada 8477. I've got a lot of, it's a very sunny day, so we're on 08s, which means I'm actually facing south into the sun, so it's heavily silhouetted and kind of hard to track the airplanes, but of course I will do my best. I'm under the umbrella actually to keep the light off, so hopefully we'll be able to keep the airplanes in frame. But it's going to be a busy day today. We're anticipating, our usual good busy traffic. And would like to welcome you all here. Samantha Simpson, Oscar T's joining us from Frankfurt. And we've got another lander actually from Toronto. It's the Air Canada 105. So let me just bring the camera around as quick as I can. They're coming fast and furious here, guys. So we started the show a little bit early just because I was set up. So why not take advantage of the action while we're here? A321 landing on runway 08 right here at Vancouver International. As I say, inbound from Toronto. Oops, I lost it. I'm trying to hold it. And as I say, beautiful sunny day today, actually. Really beautiful sunny day here in Vancouver. Something for a change. We've had a lot of epoxy weather, as you would say in the UK. We've had rain, and we did have a bit of a clearance on the Sunday, this past Sunday, and that's why I came out and did a pop-up show for you guys. So we just take advantage of what we can with the weather, of course. So yeah, I hope you're all doing well. So we've got Matthew Atkinson from Manchester. Hi, Matthew. JT Jets, and Lucas Aung, Matt Smith, Terry Edwards, Stokely. Yeah, so good to see all you guys here today. Sam Richardson, Lee Davies. We'll be in Burker mode. So, hang on. Where was I? Yeah, there we are. Yeah, so it's a beautiful day. Glad you guys are able to join us. Wishing you a pleasant evening if you're viewing in the UK. We've got Jordan joining us from Sarajevo. Wow. Oh, that's awesome. Hope you're doing well in Sarajevo. From what I've read, the weather in Europe, continental Europe, is actually really unseasonably warm, which is good news on many levels. That's great. Carwin Davies says there's a prop planer plane next in from Nanaimo, followed by a Delta from Seattle. So the prop plane is in fact a Q400, and I do see him. So we're just going to bring the camera around to get the Q400 in from Cassidy Airport, Nanaimo. Thank you for that, Carwin Davies. Adam Nowak is joining us from Warsaw, Poland. So just bear with me while we get this Q400 in from Nanaimo, which is only about a 10-minute flight, hardly. There it is, guys. Whoops. Camera. Focus. That's better. Something like that. I think we got it. No wind today, which is nice. It's just a really nice day. Cool though, started off just above zero. When I got in my car, we had some ice on the windows, on the cars in the street. If I point the camera down a little bit, it kind of opens it up a bit. So that, see, if I put the airplane in upper frame, it kind of just makes it a little bit better to view. And here's our no, this is the Toronto again that we just saw landing, taxiing to the gate. I guess he's going to the Horseshoe. A321. He's just making his way calmly. Speaking of calmly, I think we're going to have a calm and relaxing show today. I'm pretty comfortable. I'm pretty relaxed. I hope you guys are, wherever you're watching from. So, Tim P says, good morning, Vancouver. Greetings from Alberta. Hope you guys are doing well over in Alberta. Hope it's not too cold on the other side of the Rockies. There can be, of course, a drastic difference in weather between Vancouver here on the coast, which is moderated by the Pacific climate, and Alberta, of course, is on the other side of the Rockies. They have much colder weather. Lappy 007 is joining us from Pittsburgh, PA. Excellent. And yes, no spam, please. Thank you, Sam, for the heads up on that. Appreciate the help there. And who else have we got in the house joining us? Hassan Raza. John Feza. Hi, John. Hope you're doing well, John. Of course, we've got those of you that are regulars on our channel know that John hosts on Monday nights, UK time, his flight sim live stream. Okay, we've got a lander, guys. Let me just pull the camera around in a calm way. Looks like a jet. I didn't have a chance to glance at the flight radar, but it's an ERJ squatting down onto the runway as he rolls out nicely. Delta. I'm going to guess it's from Seattle. They generally are from Seattle. From SeaTac. It's not pulling too much reverse. It is gently, nice and gentle there on the reverse, saving the brakes too. Flaps will be stowed momentarily. It's a really nice morning, as I say. I'm just out here with Mother Nature, enjoying the action, soaking up the action. And Hendrix Bote is watching from Lagos. Wow, that would be an amazing place to do a live stream. You'd have a hell of an audience if you could organize that. If you have the capability, send us a message. We'd love to do live streams from Lagos. I think you'd have 1 million people watching on the first show. Aloha to Kalani Ku from Honolulu, or Hawaii, I guess. Joining us from Hawaii. And who else have we got here in the house? Jane Chu. Thank you for joining the show, Jane. Nice to see you here. We've got another lander. I'll just gently bring the camera around. And what have we got? It's a Beach 1900, so it actually didn't show up. It's Pacific Coastal. It didn't show up on the flight radar. Must be coming in from the island. It's a Beach 1900. It's a C model, not the D model with the stretched up roof. So this is an old model. There's not too many places in the world where you can actually get a passenger flight on one of these version 1.0 Beach 1900s. Yeah, most of them have been replaced with the D models with, as I say, the higher roofs. But if you come to Vancouver, you can get a flight on one of these aircraft, if you're so inclined. So what have we got on the field here, guys? Let's just have a look at what we have on the field. So we've got, again, we're on the north side, so this is the U.S. and international gate area. So we've got some Maxes. And what's next? What is that guy? probably another MAX. I just can't make it out because of the backlighting. So then next to him, that we've got, what else have we got here? Oh, JAL. Okay, so there's the JAL 76 at the gate, and we've got Thompson Rail River fan joining us, and Kelly says Vancouver's beautiful. Yeah, it can be. Best for now is joining us from South Africa, which is great. And so yeah, continuing with our tour here. So there's JAL, and we've got another Air Canada 78 Dreamliner sitting beside the JAL, and then right beside the Air Canada. Ooh, what's that, guys? Is that a Dragon? Yeah. So when I was setting up the show, could have been this very bird was sitting in the spot where I'm standing right now. I actually took a picture of it, sent the picture to Martin, said, look who's in my spot. So yeah, that's a very large bird, heron, and they are indigenous to the field. They were here before their metal cousins arrived, so yeah, it was neat to see. I'm sure we'll see more of him, her. What else? Okay, so yeah, back to the tour. So we've got ANA being serviced, operating the Tokyo service, of course. John Feza mentioned coffee. Hopefully you're not going to have it now, or unless you're one of those people that can actually have coffee, John, before you head off to sleep. Gareth Reed is joining us from Wales. And let's see here, Lappy 7. My daughter was just in Whistler. She bought me back an official Tim Hortons mug from Vancouver. Excellent. Glad to hear that. I hope she had good weather and good skiing in Whistler. And hello 01 Tasker 01. We're all doing well. Glad to see you here with our show. And the Nightbot has a nice, interesting message. Okay, so we've got a nice lander on our way. It's coming from Portland. It's an Air Canada Jazz 8653 Q400. So we're just going to slowly and gently bring the camera around to capture this arrival. You can see there's Korean Airlines 777-200 in the weeds. And here's our Portland arrival, looking pretty cool. Bad time for a spam call. Beautiful. Oh, nicely done. Pulls the reverse, spoilers up. That's nice. As you can see, very nice and calm weather conditions. We've got a little bit of a break here, so let's just say hello to everybody. Hang on, guys, just a second. I'm just going to take the headphones off and come and say hello to you guys. Stand by one. Well, hello everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. Welcome to the official launch time of our show. It's 11:03 a.m. here in Vancouver. Got my Airliners Live cap on. Very nice cap. I'm actually all decked out in Airliners Live gear today, which I'll kind of present. But anyhow, welcome to the show. Beautiful weather. Oh, wow. Just sunny. I feel good. We did start the show a bit early today just because I was set up a bit early, so why not? I think we're going to have a pretty busy show. We've got a good amount of arrivals for the next 2 hours. Kind of chock-a-block. I'm still good. So, as you know, we had a pop-up show from Lisbon, Portugal, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, those of you that were able to watch it. If you missed it, of course, you can check it out on our channel and view it at your leisure. So, this is Vancouver. We're on 08 operations today, so we're coming in, the airplanes are coming in from the west towards the east. And so 08 left for arrival, 0 right a 08 right for departures. So we should have some decent heavies. I think we've got some 777s coming in from Seoul, Korean Airlines, Air Canada. I did see them on the arrivals. And yeah, look at that. The sunglasses are dark because it's sunny. We haven't seen this beautiful sun for a very, very long time. So anyhow, it's good to be with you guys. I hope you're all doing well. And and hey, look at this, guys. Again, it's Airliners Live swag day for me. And look what I'm wearing. I don't know if you can see this, but I've got my beautiful, fantastic Airliners Live red socks on. They're nice and warm. It was cold this morning when I woke up. So given that I was going to be doing the show with you guys today, I thought, no, I'm going to put on a warm pair of socks. So I've got my nice and warm and toasty Airliners Live socks. They come up to about here, so they're really good. And I'm grateful to have them. So anyhow, guys, I'm going to climb back behind the camera and let's have a fun show. And thank you guys for showing up. And let's get to it. Okay, guys. Okay. Yeah, Matt. Glad you like the socks. They are comfy. They are nice and comfy for sure. So as I said, we've got a Korean 777-200 on the field. I think it's a 200. Let's have a look at that. It's being ground serviced. Oh, it's a freighter. Silly me. Yeah, so that's a cargo bird. So I thought it was a PAX, but it's not. That's probably our regular Guadalajara inbound out to Seoul service. So obviously he's got cargo going in, and they've got the equipment up to it. So that'll start engines and depart while we're here, I am sure. So yeah, I hope everybody's doing well. Ariana is joining us from New Zealand. We've got Allison Tidy. And what else? Yeah, as I say, Matt Smith, JT Jets asks me. He did ask a question, or somebody sent a question, and I missed it because the chat's going so quick. Oh, there we go. Henry, what aircraft do you love the most at Vancouver? Good question. And it actually has a very simple, quick, and fast answer for me. I think some of you guys may know I'm a hardcore fan of classic airliners, which means airliners that are like 30, 40, 50 years old. So for me, what I love are the Kelowna Flightcraft Convair 580s. They were built in the 50s. They were re-engined in the late 60s with Allison engines. Allison 401 engines, turboprop, similar engines that power the Hercules. So I love those aircraft because they're classic prop liners, and if you've been watching our shows here from Vancouver in the summer, they would arrive around 6 p.m. and I loved seeing them. So that would probably be one of probably my favorite aircraft to spot here in Vancouver. Q400 getting airborne on the other side. And then probably after I'd say that's number one. Number two would probably be our resident Avroliners, our RJs. You know, British-built 4-engine classic jetliners. They're beautiful aircraft, and I love them. And we do get to see them when we have our show on the south side. So that's always a lot of fun, filming them with you guys and watching the passengers board and the engine start up, etc. So what else can I show you guys here? As I say, sunny today, super sunny. So that's why it's we've got a bit of a backlit situation, and I'll try to, if I keep the camera like this, it's not ideal, but if I just bring it down like that, it's a little bit less backlit, I think. So anyhow, our next arrival is a Westjet Q400. It's the Westjet 3323 coming in from Kelowna. So I think we'll just move the camera in that general direction so that we're ready. He's coming in pretty quick. We'll watch him roll out. So let's have a look here. Somebody's mentioning Concorde, yeah. That's right, at the Manchester Viewing Centre you can view the Concorde, which is incredible. I've also seen the Concorde, the British Airways Concorde, at Barbados Airport too. Same kind of setup. It's in its own little hangar, and it's an attraction. It's fantastic to see. And Samantha gave me a nice tour of the aircraft at the Manchester Airport Viewing Centre when I was there back in September. That was great fun. Well, there we go. I think our camera's sharp. As he bites down into the terra firma. Looks good, actually. Westjet Q400. Oh, look at that. Double whammy. Battery's at 61. Oh, strange. The battery had 61%. I was hoping for more, but beggars can't be choosers. Can we? Yeah, exactly, Thompson River. At least we got a little glimpse of it. That departure on the south side. I'm just trying to see what we've got coming in next here. We've got a max departure, actually. Taxiing out, which I'll give you guys a little glimpse of. I'll just move the camera over to the right. And here we've got a max departure taxiing out. Taxiing out. I thought I saw it. Where is he? There he is. So I'll have to figure out where this aircraft's going to. Let's have a look if we can figure this out. Yeah, it's going to Los Angeles. It's the Air Canada 552. Not a bad flight to be going on. I wouldn't mind being on it myself, of course. Nicer weather than here. Jim Gemmel says BOAG Concorde was in Vancouver for Expo 86. That's correct. They did pleasure flights too. I think it was $500 to have a ride on the aircraft, which, I mean, at the time I was only 22 years old, so it was well beyond my financial means. But there were people that took advantage of that, and that was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I never did get a Concorde ride. Sam, thank you very much for the £5 donation. You are awesome. I very much appreciate it. Very kind, Sam. Again, thank you for your help when I was in Manchester. Sam says, better late than never, but thank you, Henry, for my book for my birthday in November. I learned a lot already. I love it. Great. That is fantastic, Sam. I'm glad to hear it. Sam and myself, we have an interest in aircraft. Oh, look at that. In aircraft models. And Sam in particular likes Concorde models, display models, professional models, if you will. I'm a collector of travel agent models, the vintage models that you would see in the travel agencies back in decades past. So I wrote a book on collecting travel agent models. It's called the Aircraft Display Model Collector, Investor, and Appraisal Guide. And yes, I sent a copy to Sam for her library. Just a small token of my appreciation of her help when we were in Manchester in September. We had an amazing visit. It was good fun. I got to meet the Airliners Live crew in person, and I was a guest on the show. Oh, it was fantastic. I can't wait to come back to Manchester, and I'm looking forward to the Manchester crew visiting us here in Vancouver. and being a guest here on the Vancouver show. I can't wait, actually. That'll be fantastic fun. Let's hope that it can happen. Oh, look at this. Let's hope it can happen this year. We've got a, what's that, a 600 on the move? Westjet. On the roll. Building speed. Yeah. Well, you know what? We don't have anything else. So I'm just going to get the camera kind of in a general area so we can maybe follow him as he punctures the roof there upwards. Just because of the backlighting, we don't have much detail there. On a cloudy day, of course, you've got full detail, but again, we're backlit. We're basically putting the camera directly into the sun. Not quite, but I've got to be careful. I've got the umbrella blocking the sun, so I won't accidentally point the lens into the sun, which could be not a good day. So, okay, so what else? What else is happening? Let's have a look here. Oh yeah, indeed, Sam. She just can't wait for you to return. Oh my goodness, yeah. Well, it's going to be fun. And yeah. And you have faith that Dakota can do the journey. Wow. Well, that'll be awesome. Yeah, so many trips, so little time. We have Soldier of Ukraine from Ukraine. Excellent. Thank you for joining us, Soldier. I hope you are safe and secure, and your family are as well. Owen Flemo says he wish he had more holidays. Now, you guys in the UK, you do have a month's worth of holidays, whereas our brothers in the States only have, what, 1 week of holidays per year. Here in Canada, it's not quite as stingy. We have 2 weeks of holidays a year. But yeah, you know, you guys living over in the UK and Europe, you're blessed with a month of paid holidays per year, as per your state employment regulations. Something to that effect guarantees you that in terms of annual leave. But yeah, I remember when I graduated from university and was getting my first job, and it was in the States. I think it was a week. It was a joke. Then when I moved to Canada, I had 2 5-day periods per year, which is pretty flimsy. Yeah. The French know how to do it, though. There he is, busting a move on the south side. I'm going to guess it's going to present about there. Yeah, Lori says U.S. holiday. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess if you work for a large company in the U.S. and you've got lots of seniority, then maybe it's like 10 years or more, you'd probably have getting up there. But I just know that Europe and the UK have fantastic holidays compared to us here in North America. Whoops. Just how it is. I remember when I was my first job out of university, I worked for NWTR and Yellowknife. And so I had airline benefits, but I could hardly, it was difficult to use them, certainly for overseas. Because, getting into position coming back home, would consume time. So when I would have my 2 5-day periods, I couldn't do very much. I wish I had a lot more time. But it's just what it was. So, Evan Mighton says a 787, 1 minute to land. And I do see him, actually. I do see the 78. I've got visual. So I think we'll bring the camera around. And the 787 in question is coming from Incheon. It's the Air Canada Flight 64. So let's just, as I say, I want to bring the camera around so we're not last minute. Bring the camera around for this arrival. Battery's at 46%, in case somebody's curious to know. And okay, there it is. We've got visual. Something like that. autofocus is hunting a bit. Beautiful wing flex. Oh yeah, attaboy, 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 hold that nose up. Look at that. Oh yeah. Whew. Good stuff. That was nice. That was nice. He was doing a wheelie. He was riding the rear wheels there. Looked like an eternity to me, but I guess it wasn't. But it was cool. It was very cool. He did it just for you guys. Well, that was very, very fun. I loved that. That made my day. Yeah, he must have chewed up 1,000 foot of runway, if not more, I would say. That was awesome. He was, yeah, exactly, 01 Tasker. He was showing off for the camera. Definitely. Well, maybe the pilot saw us here. You never know, right? Yeah, he must like doing stunts. Maybe he drives. He has a bicycle or a unicycle. Wow. Okay, guys. ANA is on pushback. We can hear the engines coming to life. So let's watch ANA. You guys can hear that. Yeah. Yeah. There's, you know, it's an unmistakable sound. Jordan says the Air Canada livery looks like Delta from a distance. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, so Dave Kimball says a power station for the battery. No, the battery on our camera, you have to replace the battery. It's not like you can buy one that's larger capacity. We have the largest capacity cameras, and you can't actually you can't do an external power supply to run this camera. It's just how it is. So I wish it was different, but we just have to suck it in. Speaking of which, 41%. And we have another lander, guys. It's coming in from Seattle. It's a Q400. What do you guys want to do? ANA or Q? Yeah, okay. I think we can do the Q400 landing because the ANA is not going to be busting a move here in the next 15 seconds. So I think we'll just move over to the 08 approach and we'll be good. We'll be golden here. There it is. As I said, this is inbound from Seattle. It's the Air Canada 8803 Q400. Landing nicely. I've got the radio here. Maybe I'll turn the radio on too, so we can hear the controllers and the ATC. As soon as this guy rolls out, I'll turn it on. And we got a max on the, no, yeah, it's not a max. It's a 787 Dreamliner on the roll. Snuck out, actually. A little bit of mist, but nothing serious. Nothing too serious. So, what was I going to do? Yeah, I said I was going to turn on the radio. Let's turn on the radio, see what's happening on the frequencies. That was the ANA there talking on the radio. We've got another lander. I think we'll just hold the ANA because it's kind of different for us. Well, what is landing? Let's just figure this out. It's from Montreal. It's an Air Canada C Series. So you know what? We'll get it because they're a rare type. And I'm sorry for the rapid camera turn, guys. But C Series, we don't actually see them that frequently. So let's get it. A220. Take your pick. Guess you guys heard on the radio, we've got a heavy, Air Canada Heavy, cleared to land, 08 left. That's for us. And I can see the aircraft actually lined up over the water.
Three. Stay with me, please. Taxi by Mike, Juliet, and Juliet Bravo to the apron.
So who is that? It's Air Canada's Sydney flight 38787 setting up right now. So we're going to bring the camera around, guys, for our Sydney arrival. Sydney, Australia. Sydney, New South Wales is inbound to runway 08 left here at YVR. Yeah. Stand by, guys. Stand by. Oh yeah, looking good, looking good.
On 135 heavy ground. I have Victor Lima, runway 13.
That's ANA. There we are. Beauty.
Let's go 3 to 9. The queue there, still waiting for good with 180 on the apron. Let's go 3 to 9, runway 08 right, altimeter 337, taxi via Golf Hotel. Lima, forward, cross 13.
I'll keep it tight. Tight on the front office. Check out the reversers. Some nice brake squeak. Bit of wing wobble.
Aircraft 03, heavy, sir. That was me. Exit on Mike, head on Mike, enter at Tango. Then I'm showing it 72. 3, head on Mike, right up. 72, 03, thanks.
That was good. I thoroughly enjoyed that. That was, I mean, he didn't hold the nose up. He wasn't doing any stunts, but it was still good. Yeah, he's still nice to see. So, how are you guys doing? How's everybody doing here in the chat? And what have I missed? What have I missed? Some chat there with Sam. Inside jokes, perhaps? Not sure. John Fessa. Yeah, unfortunately I didn't quite get the gist of it. Yeah, but John Fessa did say something about electric brake squeak, so that's always nice. There we got a little bit of wind. Just kind of trying to hold everything in frame here. Hang on a second, I'm just making a minor adjustment. There we go. Plane Spotter 787 is joining us from Germany. And talking about cheese, okay. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. A350 Super. And nothing on the approach right now for us. Again, for those of you that are curious as to why I've put the airplane on the upper screen, if I go like this, I think we get more of the backlighting. So if I put the aircraft like that, I think we have it minimizes the backlighting that we've got a bit. So that's why I'm doing that, in case you're curious.
5 ground, good morning, taxi out. I'll set to the airplane, great. Thank you.
Just making an adjustment here, guys. I'm adjusting my umbrella because the sun's moved and it's kind of in my eyes, so just sorry about that. Just taxiing in here. Taxiing in right where we are, which is good. Yeah, can you hear the wind hitting the mic? It's nothing serious, but it picked up a little bit, just a little bit. We'll go tight here. Watch him approach the gate. So Aviation Emily says, what time does Lufthansa 747 arrive? Well, Lufthansa has stopped the 747 service as of, I guess, what, a few months ago now? We're now a Eurowings Discover destination for Lufthansa. So the Eurowings flight arrives around an hour from now. I think around 12:30, 12:45. Something like that. So we will see the Eurowings Discover, but whether we'll see the 747 again in Vancouver is really anybody's guess. Rora Sung is watching us from Durban, South Africa. Oh, excellent. And Dry Dock 57 is going to be here in early March. Terrific. Yeah. Well, that'll be great. Hope you'll have a good visit here in Vancouver. And we've got some... A330 taxiing out. Somebody's cleared here to land. I guess it's the American 1415 from Dallas. It's a 737-8. I think it's a 737-800. Yeah, it's a 737-8 coming in from Dallas. I'm going to guess this is heading to Montreal. Let's have a look here. Yeah, it is. It's the Air Canada 306 A330 service to Montreal. No prizes for that guess. Battery at 30%. And we've got RLA Butters is joining us from Australia. And hello, Bob. Let's see. J-Man says Japan Airlines. And what else have we got here? Joe Belly says the Air Canada has the best looking airplanes out there.
Yeah, you can start up Whiskey 1 to Clear 278, Roger, start your description. Advise ready for taxi.
Look who's going to start taxiing, guys. He's calling for it. Korean Airlines Heavy. That was him. He's just called for taxi. And our American Airlines from
Delta 483, you're following.
BFW is setting up.
You're number 2, clear to land. Sir, right left. Good land, Delta. Thank you.
Okay, here comes American Airlines, guys. So I'm just going to move the camera over, guys, for that. And we've got Sherry Meredith joining us from Jackson, Missouri, joining the show. Great to have you here. Thank you, Sherry, for spending some time with us here in cold Vancouver. And this is, again, American Airlines in from Dallas, 737-800. Looking good. We'll go tight. guys. We got A&A on the move. They are busting a move on the south side.
Delta 43, roger.
Off to Narita, Tokyo.
Taxi by Mike and Tango. 1415 Mike, Tango.
And we'll wait for this Dreamliner to present right about there, and we'll do the follow-out on it. Excellent.
Skyline 705 Vancouver Charlie, following a 319 up final, number 2. Turtle and runway left.
Oh yeah, some nice wing. Oh darn, yeah, the camera couldn't hold it just because of the backlighting. Oh well, fuddy-duddy, don't worry. We have another lander coming in from Minneapolis. It's Delta Airlines, looks like a 319, and I gotta be quick. I can't mess around here, guys. I cannot mess around. There it is. Oh yeah, we got it. We got it. Let's go tight. There we go. Okay, Montreal, guys. Montreal is busting a move.
Delta 43 taxi by
Montreal is busting a move. The A330.
Mike Tango to the airport, Delta 40. Ground Dakota on the 78.
Oh yeah. Woo. Early V1, guys. Early V1. That was nice. That was nice stuff. No, again. Okay, we got it. We got it. We got it. Oh, fuddy-duddy. Okay. Yeah, we've got an atmospheric situation there, guys, where it hits the cloud base, we lose the focus. So, well, we got to see most of it, so no complaints. And where was I? Yes, Korean Airlines busting a move here off the ramp. Taxing. Heading to Seoul. Cargojet. 777-200 Cargojet. It's a regular Vancouver movement for us. Always looking good, Korean Airlines. They've had this color scheme for a long time, haven't they? I'm going to say they introduced this in about 1984. Thereabouts. 84, 85. I remember seeing a Korean 747 SP at Honolulu. Photographing it in the open air obs deck there that they had in the early 80s. That was the old color scheme. And then they came out with this color scheme a few years later. So I'm going to say, yeah, this scheme dates from about the mid-80s. Almost 40 years. They might be due for a color scheme change. Let's see. Oh, by the way, guys, the chat does move quick, and just because I'm focused on the camera, I may miss certain questions that are asked, and it's not intentional. But if you do ask me a question and I miss it, just type your question in the comment field of the video, and I do check the videos, these streams after, and if I see a question that somebody asks, I'll answer it as best I can. So, again, I do apologize if somebody asks a question and I've missed it just because of the rapidly moving chat.
Cross runway at 13. Lima, cross about 13, Korean Air 273. 2901, by the apron at your discretion, Juliet L.
So we've got Air Canada 551 in from Los Angeles, setting up on approach. Right about here.
9705, ground taxi to the apron.
My cord got tangled on me, so I kind of flubbed that, guys. I'm sorry about that.
211 Vancouver, head on runway 0.
Something else down here.
1373. Stay with you. Cross Sierra.
So Carwin Davies says we've got Air Canada in from Calgary, which is good. Thank you, Steve T. Yeah, the weather's been pretty good, actually. So I'm grateful for that. Very grateful for that. And we do have Air Canada 211 from Calgary. Looks like an A320, I think. And what's moving on the field? I'm just scouring the field to see what's on the field. Greg says, Henry, yeah, something, my pleasure. My pleasure. Carwin Davies is going on Air New Zealand to Wellington. That sounds fun. And K075 is joining us from Nairobi. Hazel Boy from England. Adrian, sunny day in Vancouver. Yes, we are very lucky. We are lucky to have this weather here in Vancouver, guys. Battery is at 21%, so we've got a little bit of time here, and we do have our Air Canada 211 from Calgary. That's setting up right now. So let's just bring the camera around to get that. There we go. There it is. And we can zoom in. Perfect. So just so you guys know, my camera battery's at 21%. Generally, I change the batteries at around 18, 17, 16. If we do have a battery collapse, don't go away. I'll change the battery very quickly. So if I'm unable to do an official sign off and sign in with a battery change, just hang out for a few seconds and I'll be right back. So just so you're aware, I will be aware of the battery collapse. Okay, they're moving this bus.
Okay, back to that. Negative. 211, stay with me. Thank you. 291, continue Juliet, Charlie to the apron. Sorry, this is airport 901. Dakota 211, taxi by Lincoln, Juliet 43.
So,
Juliet 43.
Hazel Boy says I flew in a BA 777 for 8 hours. Okay, where was that from? What flight were you on, Hazel Boy? Where was your origin and destination?
Can I go in Juliet Bravo? Sure. Thank you very much, Juliet Bravo.
Just curious. Now we've got a Q400 landing. It's coming from Prince George. It's the Air Canada Jazz 339. So okay, battery's at 19%. So we might be getting close to battery change.
Air 71. 7 miles, runway 08 left. Civil Heavy Vancouver Tower, runway 08 left. Runway 08 left, going near, turn 7.
Korean Air is going it on the other side, so we'll watch that too. This guy's in from Prince George, British Columbia. Cold country. Now, Korean, I think, is going to be rolling other side. So we're going to take the camera around to the other side for the Korean. There it is. It is rolling. Tower area, which is generally where they present on rotation. Let's see if we're right. He's heavy. He was heavy. Actually, quite heavy. Well, guys, battery is at 18%. I think we're going to do our battery change, you know, just because we don't have any, well, we do have some pending traffic, and it's a heavy. It's coming from Seoul. It's a 787-900, 17% on the battery, guys. Okay, we're going to, you know what? Executive decision. I don't think I can change it that fast, so we're going to wait and see if I can get this 787 in, and then do the battery change. But the battery could collapse. If the battery collapses, just know I will change it right away. So we're going to try to get this in. We're just going to try. That's all we can do. Battery's still 17%. Let's see. Let's just see. Again, if we lose the feed, you know the battery has done a rapid bleed off. But we might be lucky. We might be lucky. This is Korean Airlines 787 in from Seoul, setting up on 08 right here at YVR. This is Airliners Live. Hope you guys are enjoying the show. I am. I'm having a fabulous time, enjoying the action.
Canada 208 ground, push back your discussion. Canada 208, welcome.
We got her. We got it. Yeah. Good stuff. We got it. I'm mega stoked. Okay, I think we should do the battery change now. I've got 15% on the battery, so let's not push our luck. Let's just do this battery change and get it over and done with. So I'm going to do a countdown and we'll do it. So here we go, guys. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'll be back ASAP. Setting the camera back up again. We just did a battery change, which was necessary. So we're at 100%. So good. I feel good about that. I feel good about that, guys. Back to our Korean. Where is it? Right there. No, we didn't lose too much, actually. Good. Good for us. Good for us. We got a Q400 on approach coming from Kamloops. says faster than my battery swap. Well, you know, Andy, I was lucky. Just lucky, right? Also, the fingers aren't numb. If you've got numb fingers, then yeah, battery swaps can be a challenge if it's rainy, or, you know, it just depends how cold it is and how your fingers are feeling. Because if you've got numb fingers, it's just hard to get the battery case open and fiddle about. So anyhow, here's this Kelowna arrival. No, Kamloops. What did it? Yeah, Kamloops Q400.
No, it's 130, 6 down, push back, your discretion. 160.
It's a sea of 787s. 787 City. I guess he's going to park right here in front of us, I think. Oh, I just heard my first ribbit. The frogs are in the house. I like it when the frogs start doing their song, their ribbits. Kind of adds to the stream. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Yes, I am at Vancouver International Airport. It's YVR, RLA Butters. YVR, Vancouver. We got 900 people watching, which is good news. That's really good, actually. Thank you guys for hanging out and tuning in here in Vancouver. Flair 318 says, good to see someone finally spotting in Canada. Well, there are a lot of us Canadian spotters, actually. So, we've been at it a while. And, yeah, battery competition, yeah. Exactly. So we have another approach here. We've got from Winnipeg, it's the Air Canada 297 setting up. Yeah, it looks like it's an A321. So that's our next arrival. It's the Korean is now in the gate. You know, we've got a bit of mist, actually. We've got some mist coming our way, which is, you can see it. The mist is building. Yeah, it's getting a little bit misty. And you know what? As the mist is arriving, my fingers are getting a little bit cold. That's funny, yeah. See, I mean, the weather changes pretty quickly out here at the airport because it's a big open area. So anyhow, we've got the Air Canada 297 from Winnipeg here at YVR Vancouver. If you guys could hit the like button, that would be awesome. If you have a question and I missed it and you've asked it in the chat, just type it up into the comment section. And when I'm checking the video after the show, I'll answer it for you.
Just 55, contact 17.
Where is it? There it is. I've got it. Here's our Winnipeg arrival.
680 with me. Affirmative. 7768, give way to the beach. 100, taxi by Alpha 8. Give way to the beach, Alpha here. Scanning system. Ground Jazz 55 to Lima. Jazz 55, ground taxi by Lima to Lima to Jazz 55.
Canada 208, ready.
Air Canada Southbound on Judd, turn in Lima, into that, runway 0 right up, 3037, taxi via Lima, runway 13.
Squeaky brakes. Yeah, it was nice. That was pretty good. No complaints, actually. Cargo drivers enjoying the stream from Belgium. Thank you for joining us. Cargo driver. And Joseph Bogioiga is enjoying the show too. I'm glad to hear that, guys. Again, this is Vancouver International Airport. This is the Airliners Live show. And my name is Henry Tenby. I'm a lifelong aviation fan here at YVR. And I'm not the only one. There's quite a few aviation fans that have been here for eons. Ages, I should say. Yeah. So here we go. Here's our Q400.
Jazz 9 with you on the RNAV Zulu. We lost it. 299 Vancouver, you're following 73 miles final, number 2, clear to land, sir. Clear landing, left jet.
Winnipeg taxiing, our Winnipeg A321. Just arrived a few minutes ago. And we've got another lander here, actually. It's coming in from Calgary. And it is a, oh, it's beautiful. It's the Westjet logo jet, frozen, the frozen livery, Westjet 111. Coming in from Calgary. So let's get our camera into position because he's just about here actually. So let's just get that organized. And there we go. That's it. Tight because we're getting some silhouetting. It's a nice logo bird. We have seen it several times in the past, I'm sure. It's not our first rodeo with this aircraft. Glad you guys like it. Sassy Lassie says, is Canada 3000 still flying? No, they've been gone, I'm going to say since maybe 2002, 2003. So roughly 20 years is when C3 went bust. Somewhere around then. So here you have an Air Canada Jazz from Cranbrook, flight 8299. It's a Q400. Setting up right here. I'll be quick because I have to be.
440 bound taxi via Lima.
special scheme. Frozen. Hard to see because of the mist and the backlighting, unfortunately, but so we got another lander, guys. It's from Kelowna, Air Canada. Wow, Kelowna. Air Canada's operating a 737 MAX. It's the 273 from Kelowna. That is good to see. Very good to see. And Allison Cooper, welcome to the show. Glad you're spending some time with us. Glad you're enjoying the proceedings here at YVR, Vancouver International Airport, Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. And this aircraft's arriving from Kelowna.
517, you'll be the sort of victor for your LS 3517, Westjet, ground taxi, you continue taxi hotel, golf to the Pacific Company 737.
So what's next? As I said, I knew it was going to be busy actually today, this morning for us. So, and it is. We're lucky. Thank you for joining us, Nigel Bradley. Okay. That was good. That was a nice arrival, actually. Just if you're a regular viewer, you'll know that we have different. When the weather's different, it's the video is obviously very different, so it's clear. So we've got full-on sun into the camera, so it's kind of it is a backlit situation. But when we're filming here under cloudy conditions, it's actually really, really fantastic. So we just obviously have to go with whatever the weather gods give us. So. And if it's 08, we have to be filming on this side because our south terminal location would not give us a view of the rotations. So we kind of have to be here if it's 08s. And then the other thing is, during the winter time, it's almost 100% 08. In the last 2 months, I haven't seen any 2.6 operations here at YVR. And I've been out at the airport, or I've been through the airport almost every day, certainly for the last month. I've yet to see a runway 26 operation. So I guess we can go months without seeing a 2.6 operation in the winter. I didn't quite realize that in the past. But it is what it is. So that's why all of our shows, well, I shouldn't say, but many of our shows in the wintertime are on this side, for north side for the 08 operations. Nigel Bradley, we'd like to welcome you to Premium Economy, Nigel. Thank you very much for for upgrading to premium economy here at Airliners Live. We very much appreciate your support. Thank you. Terry Edwards is having a whiskey. Well, that sounds good. Actually, as I say, maybe next time I'll bring some a flask of hot chocolate. Because as I say, the this you can see there's a bit of a mist that rolled in it, and I just got it. I'm going to say a couple degrees cooler as this mist has arrived. So I'll make a mental note to self for hot chocolate or hot tea when I come out here next. So who else have we got in the chat? Footy fan. Footy says, I just found this channel on Sunday with the lads in Manchester. I have to say I'm enjoying your broadcast every bit as much. I'm surprised at how gorgeous YVR is. Actually, Footy, from YV, this view, we're looking due south, but when we do our shows on the south side, looking north, you really do get an appreciation of how nice our natural beauty is here in Vancouver, because you would have a view of the North Shore Mountains and they're packed with snow, and you can't really see that now, but one day when we're on runway 26 operations, you'll be able to see the beautiful mountains in the background, so I'm hoping that day will be soon. Matthew says, what's my favorite tipple? That's a good question. I'm gonna say possibly Bailey's. Yes, if I'm on a flight, yeah, my choice would be a Bailey's on ice. That's good. I like Bailey's. I have a sweet tooth. And what else? What did I have in... I'm trying to think. I like Rakı. If I'm in Turkey, I'll have a nice Rakı, which is good, which is basically what is it? How would I describe Rakı? Well, it's kind of a whiskey, I guess, or but yeah, it's good. So I like Rakı. And there's also a licorice drink that they have in Turkey, which I quite enjoy. I like licorice. I like Bailey's. I like Rakı. Yeah, so there's a few right there. And what about in Germany? Let's see if I'm in Germany. They have Jägermeister in Germany is good too. That's another good one. Yeah, so those are some nice drinks to relax with, I would say. What about you guys? I know in the UK and in Ireland and whatnot, you have these nice, again, like Bailey's type of drinks, Irish creams, etc. Those are really good. Drambuie, yes. Yeah, Jack Daniels. Yeah, I'm not a Jack Daniels person. Daiquiris and margaritas are nice. Well, I used to like daiquiris and margaritas when I was in university. Oh, here we have a Westjet on the move. Short Westjet. Taxing out. Well, where is he? Maybe he's coming to this side. Let's have a look. Let's see where he's going. Look how short that aircraft is. Nice and stubby. It's like a 737-200. Oh, got a float plane there on the other side. I think it was a float plane.
Hello, 4330.
I think it was an amphib on floats. Might have been.
Airport 3130, Vancouver Tower. 037, good land, Missouri left. Good land, 0 lead. 8 left, Vancouver 2130.
Let's see. What else? What else are you guys chatting about here? Oh, Lanzarote. Someone had honey rum in Lanzarote. Steve, that sounds very good. Oh, rum is good. Yes, that's right. Caribbean. If you guys ever go to Barbados or Martinique, the rum is cheaper than bottled water. Almost. I mean, and it's incredible. Yeah, where's Mount Gay rum? I think that's Barbados. Fantastic, right? They make it there. Yeah, the rum is like, it's just unbelievable. But yeah, honey rum sounds really good. About 15 years ago, we won tickets to, or were given tickets to a whiskey tasting event here in Vancouver, which was really nice. That was a nice evening out, and they had food with it, of course, as well. That was really, really enjoyable. Talking about 737-200, yeah, alcohol is cheaper in the Caribbean than Canada for sure. Well, I think alcohol is cheaper anywhere on planet Earth other than Canada. Just how it is. Beach 1900, C model, getting airborne, Pacific Coastal. We have high taxes here on alcohol. Just what it is. Actually, food costs are in general quite high here in Vancouver, especially in Vancouver. And of course, cheese costs a fortune. I mean, I think I've told you guys our cheese costs are just through the roof here in Canada. If you'd like to familiarize yourself with that. Wonder what he's doing. The Delta Airline's been sitting there for a while, so I wonder what they're addressing. Somebody says alcohol in Singapore is expensive. Well, I believe that. Yeah, booze is free in Vegas. You know what? When we used to go to Vegas, maybe up until about a decade ago, something like that. And I do recall, there can be instances where liquor can be inexpensive in Las Vegas. But if you're at a pool and you want to get a nice drink at a pool, it's super expensive. Like if you're at the pool at Paris or Mirage, where else were we? I'm just trying to think. But, you get a drink and I think it's like $22 for a drink if you're at a pool in Las Vegas. Yes, if you're on the Strip, you can get a liter of whatever you want. They have these huge, massive bottles you can buy with liquor in it, like margaritas by the yard or by the foot. However, that's true. Look at this. We've got a Q400 coming in right now. It's coming in from Prince George. Q400. Nice. Westjet Encore Q400. Landing here at YVR, Vancouver International Airport. Spoilers up. So it rolls out nicely. Clearing up, I think, a little bit. Yeah, things are expensive here in Canada. If you come from the UK for a holiday or you move here, our grocery prices will just absolutely floor you. That looks good. That looks really good, actually. And what is next? I'm just trying to figure out. We've got another Q400. This is Q400 City, guys. The next Q400 is also WestJet. Oh, my baseball cap keeps knocking the camera. Sorry. From Terrace. biz jets are taking off on the south side, one after another. Corporate iron. It's a calm day today. I mean, nothing out of the ordinary for us, but you know, we're out here getting fresh air. You guys are hanging out with me. I'm trying to catch as much of the chat as I can. While I pan the aircraft as well. So here comes another Q400, guys. I'll just move the camera around. And Rev1 Kev says Eurowings is 6 minutes. Okay, so that's a Munich flight. Okay, I thought that might have been Frankfurt. So this is Munich flight is Eurowings in 6 minutes. Nice to get Eurowings. I know it's not a Lufthansa 747, but it's still pretty good. So somebody, Alex says Calgary grocery prices are pretty good. Okay. Well, you guys are lucky. If you come to Vancouver, bring lots of money if you plan to go grocery shopping. Like, you won't have too much difficulty to spend $200 in the grocery store here. Not bad, guys. It's not a bad day. We have to be grateful that there's no rain, and we actually have sun shining. We have to be very grateful. Super grateful. And I am. Okay, so... taxiing around to the other side, to the Westjet gates. The Westjet's domestic gates are on the south side of the airport infrastructure or facility. Kind of, I'll show you where they are. They're just kind of around the corner from here. There's these are Air Canada Q400 gates on the south side, and to the left are Westjet gates. So that's kind of where they are. So what's the rarest plane I've seen in Vancouver? Well, the rarest airplane I've seen, probably in the last few years, would probably have been the Buffalo Airways Lockheed Electra, which came in about a year ago, I think. Something like that. Guys, we have an airplane. There's something... I'm moving the camera. There's a strange craft approaching us here. It might... I don't know what it is. But I just want to put the camera on it. Might be a helicopter. Yeah, wow. Is that a cormorant? Canadian Forces? I think it is.
3517 118.7, good day. Chronicle 310, Juliet for gate 23.
Canadian Forces.
Taxi via Lima. And you'll see company traffic just pulled off gate. You're waiting for marshallers. Papers and we've got the traffic on.
Wow. That's neat. Hang on. I think that, know, I can't see just because it's backlit. I don't know if that's Canadian Forces or that's private operator. Maybe you guys can see better than me. Wow. Different. Yeah, I couldn't tell if that was the Canadian Armed Forces. Could be. I thought it was a Canadian Armed Forces Cormorant aircraft. Helicopter from Comox, most likely. We haven't seen one of those here before. We haven't. I mean, they've been here, of course, but we just haven't had one on the show up until now. So, anyhow.
Ocean 8, Alpha Golf, Heavy, altimeter 3037. Missouri left. 3037, clear left, Ocean 8, Golf.
Is that Eurowings? Maybe? Yes, it is. It's Eurowings Discover from Frankfurt, actually, not Munich. It's the Eurowings Discover Flight 70, A330. And I don't visually see him, but he'll be presenting very shortly. So he is on finals. And then Air New Zealand is 14 minutes out too. Thank you, Marius153, for that. And yeah, thank you, Terry. The zoom's pretty good on this camera. I'm happy that we've got that good zoom capability. Okay, let's, I'm still straining to see this Eurowings. I don't see landing lights yet, guys, but I'll just leave the camera on these Air Canada birds until I actually see the landing lights of Eurowings. And then I'll, okay, I've got visual. I've established visual contact with Eurowings. Thank you, Hazel Boy. And let's, he's still he's still a dot, but very shortly I'll be moving the camera over to Eurowings. Okay, Eurowings is getting closer. So let's move our camera into position, guys. Oh, there's a float plane. Beaver on floats. So let's move our camera into position for the Eurowings Discover flight from Frankfurt. Yeah. Stand by one, guys. There it is. You can see the dot in the sky. That's our Eurowings. There we go. Better. Closer. was really good.
Ocean 8, Papa, right turn on Mike 5, contact ground 1715. Mike 5, and 171. Ocean 8, Papa Golf, Mike 5. Ocean 8, Papa Golf, ground, taxi via Papa to the gate, gate 69.
No, that was very, very good. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Yeah, perfect landing, Samantha. I agree. It was perfect. Pretty much textbook landing. No wheelies. Nothing out of the normal there. It was a good textbook landing. Just the way it should be. That was nice. Thank you, John Feza. Appreciate your kind comment there. Hope you guys are all enjoying our show today, wherever you're tuning in from. Looks good. The 330 looks pretty good in the scheme, I must say.
Canada 1046, requesting gate 76. Canada 1046, ground push back, start use course. Thank you, Canada 1046.
Eurowings Discover operating for Lufthansa. Sadly, they're not bringing in the 747 Beast. It looks good on the taxi. Go a bit nice and tight on the flight deck. I think he might park in front of us. One of these gates here. Let's see. Yep. Yeah, he's turning into one of our gates right here in front of us. That's good. Let's just keep our eyes on him. Notice how it cleared up. We had some mist happening, and the mist has evaporated, which is good. We've got a clearer camera view than we did have maybe half an hour ago, 20 minutes ago. It was all misty. Beforehand, yeah. It's now nice and sharp because the air's cleared out. Taxi into the gate. Wow. John Feza. John, thank you very much for the £4.99. I really appreciate it. I greatly appreciate your support and kind words, John. Thank you. And Terry Edwards, also thank you very much for your £4.49 donation, and I'm very happy to be back. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Terry. Thank you, John and Sam. Thank you for the extra £2. Wow. Stoke Super Chat Train. Thank you very much, Sam. I very much appreciate it. And 01 Tasker 01, £2. Really kind of you guys. Thank you, 01 Tasker. Carl Crawford, £1. Very much appreciated. Thank you, Carl. And Terry Edwards, another £4.49. Earlier, actually. Thank you, Terry. Very, very, very kind of you. Thank you so much. Greg, thank you for the £5 donation on the train. Thank you, Greg. Greg Brem. Mega kind of you. I'll have to buy myself a hot chocolate with your guys' donations here, because yeah, that's what I'm feeling like right now. It's a nice hot chocolate. Maybe when I get home, that's what I'll have. Hot chocolate or a tea. Muskman 70 is joining us from Boston. Oh, he says, afternoon, Tom from Boston. We just found out that JetBlue is finally going to start Vancouver service from Boston. Yeah, I did hear about that. I think it's soon, maybe, yeah, before summer. That's awesome. JetBlue coming to Vancouver. And Oliver Gilks, thank you very much for your £2 donation, Oliver. That's very kind of you. And Paul Davies, £1.79. Thank you very much, Paul. On the train. Yeah, a little bit cool. I'm just going to button my jacket up here. Eurowings is the cheaper Lufthansa. Yes. Hang on. Bear with me, guys. Just moving the camera around. They're dragging an aircraft over. There it is.
737, 1.5 miles.
I'm just going to put my gloves on, guys. Just bear with me here. Just going to put my gloves on. And we do have some landers. We've got from Edmonton the Westjet 167 setting up. And then behind that is our Auckland service, Air New Zealand Flight 24. So it's going to get busy. I have a good feeling that it's going to get busy. Not that it hasn't been busy. So let's get this lander. Let's get the lander, guys. Let's get the lander. Can you guys hear the wind? Got just a bit of an increase here in the wind.
114 ground, runway 0 right, altimeter 3037, taxi by Juliet Charlie, Kilo Victor, Hotel. Charlie, Kilo Victor, Hotel, Info Charlie, thanks, Air Canada,
So, Air New Zealand is next. Matthew Atkinson, thank you for the £1.79 donation. And Peter Carroll, wow, Australian, $14.99. Thank you very much, Peter. That is extremely kind of you. Peter says, great to see you back, Henry. I really enjoy the streams from Vancouver. Thank you for your very generous donation, Peter. Pauline B, £1.79 for the chocolate fund. That will come in handy. It certainly will, Pauline. Thank you very much. And then Matthew Atkinson, member for 5 months in business class, and Ray Hawksworth, welcome to Premium Economy. Thank you all for those kind and generous donations. You are all very, very kind. Cindy Suevas, $3. Thank you very much for the hot drink, well deserved. She says, thank you, Henry. Well, it's my pleasure. Thank you, Cindy. As I say, next time I'm going to bring my thermos. I have done it in the past, so look at that. We've got this is taxing up, but we got to get Air New Zealand, guys. We got to get Air New Zealand. Air New Zealand is kind of setting up right here. Right here.
Canada 114 head contact ground 121.7. 121. South ground, hello, it's Air Canada 114 heavy, about to make the turn up Victor with info Charlie. Canada 114 heavy now, taxi by Victor Lima, cross runway 13. Continue taxi. Victor Lima, cross runway 13, hold short, 08 right. Canada 114 heavy. Air Canada 1046, 08 right, altimeter 3037, taxi by
So what happens? Sorry. I've got my headphone wires that get caught up on my phone and basically caused me problems, and that's why it went out of frame, because the wire that hangs down from my earphone gets caught up in my phone, and I haven't figured out a solution to that yet, and it does that at the most inopportune times. So I am very, very sorry about that, guys. Very sorry. Sorry, I'm not able to look at the chat, guys, because I'm just kind of focusing on our Air New Zealand. Which I kind of screwed up, but it's a good-looking airplane, great scheme. I love the Air New Zealand scheme. I mean, it is black and white, but it just looks so good. Kudos to their graphic designers. And we're busy on the approach now. From Los Angeles, we've got American Eagle setting up. I'll move the camera in a second.
Jazz 271, thank you for target afternoon. Following Embraer half mile final, clear to land, Eurowings
I think I'm going to hold the Air New Zealand because that's rarer than the other one that's setting up on approach right now. So that's why I'm just going to hold the Air New Zealand for us. This is really quite a special movement for us. Just that it's, you know, it's here quite frequently. It's just not always on our show.
Canada 1046 ground, contact zone 121.
There's the American.
Canada 4 with you, Dilly left. Air Canada 2, thank you for tower number 2, following a dash 18, final clear to land, runway 08 left. Clear land 0 left, check mark, check Canada.
Okay, let's have a look at the chat, guys. Olivia Brooks, thank you very much for the £1.79 donation. Olivia says, first time watching YVR, great stream. Glad you're enjoying it, and thank you for giving our show a try. And LX Ren's Aviation XD, thank you very much for the $5 donation. That is very kind of you. The comment has, that's all I can donate, just $1, just keep up the nice content. Well, we will do the best we can, and thank you so very much for your donation. And we have a lander. We've got a Q400 right now coming in from Kelowna. It's the Air Canada 8271 setting up right now. Right there. Gel's pushing back. Wow. That's cool. Is that a wheelie? Did I miss a wheelie, Sam? Yeah, Diamond, that's right. Nigel says Diamond doesn't in Sydney, but rare here. Well, it's rare on our show. That's what I would say. It's just rare on our show because, well, certainly in the summertime, we did, for whatever reason, we didn't see Air New Zealand here. So they were here, but just not on our show. Our next arrival is an Air Canada 241 from Edmonton. So I'll bring the camera around because it's setting up now. I'll bring the camera around. It's an A320. There it is. I'll go nice and tight, actually.
Yeah, good afternoon. Canada 063 heavy 54 for push and start. Spray and don't lock required. 063 heavy ground, roger, push back, keep it. Heavy discretion. Okay, 55 or 0. And United 19 ground, you can push back, keep your discretion, but just grab your PDC. 45 hotel, back order discretion on 78.
So he should, Japan Airlines should be taxiing momentarily. Wait for him to move. Air Canada 767 or JAL 6767-300ER. So RLA Butter says I should plane spot in Sydney one time as a limited edition video. Well, I'd love to. I'd love just to visit Sydney, and I've only been there once and I love the place. So yeah, one day I would love to come back, and plane spotting would be a bonus too.
Air 17 ground, just hold your right back to you. Just hold it, push it. And Air Canada 241, number 1 now taxi, Mike and Short Lima. Check that number 1, Short Lima, Air Canada 241, thank you. And Jazz 271, ground 121.7.
So they're asking JAL to hold for a second.
Japan Air 7, ground, Papa, Mike, Victor, Ultra Hotel.
So Benchy says I really like this livery. Yeah, it's a nice livery. I think if you're talking about JAL, it's pretty cool. And we've got a Q400 landing from Penticton, guys. It's the Air Canada 8413. Oh, here comes the Air Canada behind it. That's why they told JAL to just not move. Because they're, oh, that's neat. Isn't that neat, guys? Woof. Actually, I'm going to follow the JAL because it's just nice to see. Looks really good.
Right. Hello, good morning. I'll make it go 600. We're 10 miles from the runway 11. Jazz 41. Stay with me. 241, contact southbound 121.7. Road 7, thank you. 241, we're on Juliet, Lima, for gate 31. Yeah, 241, lunch tax Lima. Lima to Lima, Canada 241.
That was cool. That was very, very neat, guys. Very, very neat. I'm just going to check the flight radar to see what's next. From Mexico City, it's Aero Mexico. So we're going to set the camera up on the approach, guys. Hang on 1 second for Aero Mexico coming in from Mexico City. Where is it? There it is. We got it.
Japan Air 17 Heavy, back south ground 121 decimal now. Just gonna left left. Japan Air 17. Just 13 ground, contact south ground 121 decimal. South ground decimal, okay. Japan Air 17 Heavy.
Nice. Very nice. It's a daily occurrence here at Vancouver, Aero Mexico.
Air Mexico is 600. Stay with me. Your gate is currently occupied. The taxi, Mike, and the whole of Tango. Gate taxi via Mike and hold short Mexico 600.
That was good. That was very, very nice. No, we got some good ones here, guys. Really good ones. No, that was very cool. I love the 767. Very hard to beat that aircraft. It's a classic, right? I like classic jets. It's one of our Vancouver classics. One of the oldest aircraft, jetliners that we see here in Vancouver these days. Very cool. So I'm just trying to see what else we've got next. What else, guys? Wow, there's still over 900 of you guys watching the show. I'm really impressed. Thank you guys for being here with us here in Vancouver. This is the Airliners Live Vancouver show. My name is Henry Tenby.
Air Canada 063. When you are ready.
And again, guys, I hope you enjoyed our pop-up show from Lisbon, Portugal. That was a lot of fun. We're planning other pop-up shows for you. And as our regulars know, I do pop-up shows here in Vancouver. This is our regularly scheduled show, Thursday. We do the Vancouver show on Thursdays, every Thursday if the weather allows. And sometimes we layer in pop-up shows here in Vancouver. Pop-up show is just that. It's a non-scheduled show that we just lay on as we can, as a bonus show, if you will. That's what a pop-up show is. Nothing on the approach right now, so I'm just going to follow this guy.
Right altimeter 30 feet alpha, cross 131.
closing out to runway 08 right for departure.
Now contact south ground 121 decimal.
You can see the tail there. He's making the turn. On
17 United 1. Good day, sir.
So we'll watch the gel go out. Follow the gel.
United 109 on Victor Port Hotel. Yeah, 109, taxi Victor Lima cross.
See the gel tail?
Victor Lima cross 13, United 109.
We're just going to wait for the clearance on the gel, then we'll follow it out. In the meantime, there's this guy.
Ground Air Canada 063, requesting push back. Air Canada 06, push back your description. Push back right.
Here comes Jal, guys. So I'm just going to move the camera for Jal. You can hear the engines roaring. So we'll wait for him to present, probably around the tower, or actually no, I think around at the hotel is where he's going to present. So let's just wait for him right here. There he is. I was right.
Air Mexico 600 tower, traffic is pushing off of your gate. Taxi now via Tango and Juliet Alpha, short of Juliet. Okay, taxi via Tango, Juliet Alpha, and close your Juliet. Aeromexico 600.
Into the Cumulus. Wow, that's pretty good actually. I mean, yeah, I mean, all things considered, not bad, not too bad. So what's happening down here? Let's have a look at what's happening here. So we've got Air Canada Dreamliner. We've got another Air Canada Dreamliner in the old colors. And we've got Eurowings Discover being ground service, just arrived from Frankfurt. And then beside that, we've got Korean that came in from Seoul. So we've got a busy North Gate area here, guys. So let me just check the chat, because I've been busy with the camera, and I want to see what you guys are having to say here. Darren Smith says, is the GEL 767 in Vancouver normal? Yes. We've been seeing it here pretty much daily for some months now. I think through last summer. So it's been a regular. So long may it continue. And here is Aeromexico now coming to the gate. We'll follow him into the gate. Again, for those of you that are new to our show, Aeromexico is also a regular daily scheduled service. Mexico City, District Federal to Vancouver every day. You can fly on this aircraft. Air Canada also operates the Vancouver, Mexico City DF flights as well. So you have your pick. Both good airlines using fantastic equipment, the 737 MAX. Although Air Canada has operated 767s on the Mexico City flight. Not very common, but it's happened. Most of the time, I believe Air Canada runs the MAX on the Mexico service. Nothing on the approach, so I'm just going to hold the camera on Aero Mexico. And our battery's at 34%, just so you guys know I'm not asleep at the wheel. Registration, Triple C. Not a bad registration at all. Pacific Coastal Saab 340, 15 minutes out. Okay. Thank you for the heads up on that, Rev1 Kev. And we've got a departure on the other side. It's the United Airlines. There's our Aero Mexico slowly making his way to the gate. What are you guys talking about? Let's have a look here. RLA asks, is the 747 going to fly back in? I'm presuming you're asking about Lufthansa to Vancouver. I hope so, but we don't know. That would be nice. That would be very nice. Yes, footy fan, the JAL 767 is flying back to Tokyo. It's going to Narita Airport.
Air Canada 063 heavy ground, runway 8 right, altimeter 303. CY Juliet Bravo and Juliet, Puerto Lima, Air Mexico. Juliet Bravo, Juliet, short Lima, checker marks, Air Canada 0. Air Mexico 600 for the outbound Dreamliner, then taxi by Juliet. Went to the Abracos for the jet loss.
Long taxi for the Aero Mexico. Wow. Wow.
Player 230 ground, Airbus just on the south line behind. Air Mexico will be taxiing by Juliet.
Oh guys, look who's pushing back on our side. Air Canada's pushing back. About to push back.
Canada 003, we're gate 7E.
Let's figure out where this guy's going to push to, guys. Oh, he's going to. This is Narita too. This is a Japan flight. Wow. Oh, my favorite flight, guys. I love Japan, and I wish I was on that airplane. I just love Japan. Wonderful. We're just about ready to push. So Cute Seal says, Henry, the Air Canada 767 to Mexico City is a cargo service. Okay. Well, I haven't seen the Air Canada 767 cargo bird yet. Looking forward to seeing one here in Vancouver. I know they're around. But, oh, hey guys.
Air Canada 063 heavy with Juliet short of Lima. 63 heavy ground roger taxi Lima cross 3.
Getting busy, guys.
Altimeter 303 taxi by Juliet Charlie Juliet.
And meanwhile, we got action here too, because our Japan flight's pushing back. Yeah, looking good, looking really good actually. Narita. Nothing on the approach. When I most recently flew Air Canada 787 from Narita back to Vancouver, it was amazing how fast the flight was. Super quick. It was 7.5 hours. Under 8 hours. Really quick. I got cookies. Says good evening Vancouver. Good evening Vancouver. It's actually 1 o'clock in the afternoon here in Vancouver. So good afternoon to those of you that are in Vancouver watching our show. So they're going to disconnect about there. Yeah, I got cookies. That's a good name. Or is it a name? But I see a lot of talk about cookies here. And Poseidon 116 says, hi all, my name is Poseidon. I write from Palermo, Sicily, Italy. Wow. It's always wonderful to have people from Italy on our show. Josh Hickey, welcome to our show. You look like a new viewer of our show. Barry says, Henry was asleep at the wheel. Never. Well, it is possible. It is possible. As a multitasker here running our shows, sometimes I'm focused on the chat. You know, if I'm not on the camera, I can miss things, and it does happen. They're disconnecting the tow bar. Yeah, the wind just picked up, guys. A bit, I should say. Aviation is joining us from New Zealand. Oh, that, yeah.
296, gate 40, push and start. Air Canada 296, ground, push discretion. Pushing back Air Canada 296.
He's starting engines. This guy's starting engines.
Okay.
Beacons are coming on.
Ground runway 8 right, the altimeter 3038, taxi getting across me 134.
You can hear the engine starting actually. Tow bar wrong way around. Yeah. Yeah. Well, hope you guys are doing well.
Hey, 100 Roger. Give way to the medevac taxi on Alpha as they go by.
We're just patiently waiting here for Air Canada to...
On Air Canada 003 taxi, please. Air Canada 03, ground runway 08, altimeter 3038, taxi, Papa, Mike, Victor, Ultra.
That's him.
Papa, Mike, Victor, Shuttle. Air Canada 003.
That's Air Canada 003 to Narita on the radio. Requesting taxi. And he is taxing. Oh, look at that. Look at that, guys. Oh, yeah. Large birds. Herons. Flying in formation. Really cool. Look at them. Anyhow, let's get back to the metal. Let's get back. Sorry, guys. I got distracted. Let's get back to the work at hand here.
972, taxi home.
The battery's going to collapse, guys. The battery is about to collapse. I was not asleep. I was asleep at the wheel. So we're going to do a battery change right now. Okay, battery change now. Battery change now. So standby one, guys. Battery change now. 3, 2, 1, guys. Sleep. Did Henry asleep at the wheel? Yeah, I was. So just let me get the camera set up. That was a very rapid battery bleed off that we had. Really rapid.
296, your best taxi. Yeah, 296, great. Ultimate 38. Ultimate Lima, contact ground. Ultimate Lima, 296, yep. On Victor, contact ground 127. 127 on Victor, Canada 00. That's 43, Victor, contact south ground 127. South ground on Victor, 43. Good day. Lower 96, Julia Charlie Lima. Canada 29, ground, taxi is on cross runway at 13. And cross 13, hold speed later, Canada 296. Canada 02 is with you on Victor. Canada 03, ground taxi via Victor, hold short, runway 13. Hold 3 or Canada 003. 272, ground, push back to your discretion. Canada 00, give way to the company 320 at 11 o'clock on Lima, and taxi via cross runway at 13. Give way to the 3.
If you're joining us now, this is the YVR Vancouver Live Airliners Live show. This is Air Canada Flight 03. It is a 787 Dreamliner departing Vancouver for Narita Airport, Japan, Tokyo. And we have a nice cargo ship in the background. Look at that.
And of course, 328, that's for start gate 23. So 3285, push back to your discretion. Discretion takes on 3285.
The light changes quite drastically here. As you can see, sometimes it's bright and sometimes it's black. That's how it is. So what's happening in the chat, guys? Ooh. Is there a dating site for aviation lovers? Okay, that sounds like a business opportunity for somebody. It's a bit of a niche, though, I might say. Dating site for aviation fans. Okay, we've got Delta taxiing out. I think it's going to look better because it's closer. There we go. The optics are better. Oh, missed this guy coming in.
230, Bravo, number 0 right, 03, next by Juliet Bravo, Juliet, Kilo, Juliet, Kilo, and hold,
in from Seattle, of course. And Peter is joining us from Ireland. Thank you, Peter, for joining our stream today. This is Vancouver Airport, Vancouver, BC, Canada. Somebody said, what's that open on the Delta? I didn't notice anything open, but I wonder what that was. Hard to say. Let's see if we see it again. We can comment on it if we see something that's open. Phil Tovey's joining us from Warwick. Thank you for joining us, Phil and Betty. Daryl Smith says the winglets are cool on the Embraer. Yeah, they are. Look at them. Strange, aren't they? It always looks like one is at a different angle than the other, though. Yeah. Somebody said, what's that open on the Embraer? I wonder what was being referred to.
FR83 ground contain type Victor Lima cross runway F13. Lima, clear cross 143. Flare 230
There's a little beep that you guys can hear. That beep is the rotating beacon. It's electrical interference that our camera's picking up. Right there. That noise. So it is what it is. So we've got an Air Canada MAX that's pushing back and disconnecting right there. And let's figure out where it's going to. It's going to San Francisco. It's the Air Canada 566 to San Francisco. So, and nothing on the approach. The approach is quiet at the moment. So Cindy says, I was on an Embraer last week on Alaska to Seattle. Very comfortable ride. Really? Okay, well, good stuff, Cindy. Thank you for letting us know. Where were you going from, Cindy? Where was the flight from to Seattle? What was the route you were on? Cute Seal says maybe the thrust reverser is what the person was asking about. And Breezy Mzu says, hi Henry, glad to see you stream again in 2023. It's my pleasure to be back. My pleasure to be back. Always. Hey AJ, nice to see you here too. Hope you're doing well, AJ. Thank you for jumping on the stream with us. And we have Miss Dabidi from Sweden. Carol Ann is joining us from the Southwest US. Thank you, Carol Ann. And what else have we got here happening in the chat? I'm just kind of, by having the camera pointed at the Air Canada MAX, it gives me a chance to just have a look at the chat and see how you guys are doing. Somebody mentions, Betty says she likes biz jets. I think she said that. Business class jet. Yeah. There's the MAX moving. Is looking good, actually. And as I say, this Air Canada MAX is heading to San Francisco as the Air Canada 5 66 to San Francisco.
483, what is the tower here? 1187.
It's only about under a 2-hour flight from Vancouver to San Francisco. Pretty quick flight, very convenient.
I was 3183. Push out of gate 80. That's 3183, ground pushback. Pushback out, conditions 93.
We just had a Beach 1900 arrival, Pacific Coastal, right here.
303, ground runway 08 right up. 303, taxi Alpha 931.
Pacific Coastal is a commuter airline based here in Vancouver, and they fly to smaller towns here in British Columbia and up and down the coast. And this is a Beach 1900 that we're looking at. It's an old C model. There's not too many of these around still in service. Flying passengers, that is. If you've seen our shows that we film on the south side by the south terminal, we get a lot of chance to see these aircraft up close. They're a very noisy aircraft, actually. If you're close to them, quite noisy. So we do have an aircraft landing. I'm just going to have a quick look at the flight radar to see what it is.
56, taxi cross runway 13 Lima.
It's from Las Vegas. Flair Airlines 737 MAX. It's the Flair 8277 from Vegas. Lining up. So let's have a look. We'll check it out, guys. Josh says there's no good plane spotting parks in Cork, Dublin. There are better spots. No. Okay, here's Flair. Here's Flair, guys. Just bringing the camera around. There's Flair. It's about to flare, actually. Arriving from Las Vegas.
Reverse your choice. Do the high speed and then Sierra to taper.
Looks good. Not a bad color scheme. That's pretty cool. Aiden, a witness member for 11 months. Congratulations and thank you to Aiden Eyewitness. Premium Economy. And Aiden says, thanks to the team at Airliners Live, the Vancouver show is great. Well, we thank you very much for your support, Aiden, and thank you for watching our show. We very much appreciate that. Wow. And Jesse Confurious. Jesse, thank you very much for the Euro.99 donation. We very much appreciate it. That is also very, very kind of you. Thank you, Jesse. So Cindy says, is Flair like most low-cost airlines? Yes, they are. I believe in every respect. I think they charge for pretty much everything. I've not flown them, but they're pretty popular here in Canada. Is it the Ryanair version of, is Flair the Ryanair version for Canada? I'd say so. We have 2 low-cost airlines here in Canada, well 3 actually. We've got Lynx, we've got Flair, and we've got Swoop, which is owned by Westjet. So we actually have 3 low-cost carriers, and they're all pretty similar. I don't think there's too much significant difference between the 3. So Ian says, good to see you back, Henry. Well, I'm pleased to be back, Ian. Thank you for your patience. We had to contend with a broken camera for a while, and then I went on holiday. And yeah, so we had some things to contend with, but it's good to be back, for sure. And Aviation says we have Jetstar, so that's in Australia. That's correct. Darren Smith says, oh, Jetlines. Yeah, Cute CO mentions Canada Jetlines. Yes, Canada Jetlines is yet another low-cost carrier here in Canada. Although, so they have an A320 or maybe a couple of A320s now, but Canada Jetlines, their business plan was all about being a low-cost carrier, but they're actually doing third-party contract flying for, I believe, package tour companies out of Eastern Canada. So, yeah. Hey, AJ, thank you for the $10 donation. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, AJ. AJ says, great work, Henry. Well, I'm doing the best. I'm doing my best for you guys. And AJ, thank you for being on the show here with us today. AJ is a good friend of mine. I've known AJ for many decades. We're actually from the old school of aircraft slide photography. So, yeah, AJ and I have been taking slides for decades, since the 80s. So, no, we've known each other a long time. We're just kind of waiting for something to happen here, guys. We're looking around. We're scouring the flight radar, seeing, well, we've got a Q400 that's coming in from Powell River. No, it's not a Q400. It's actually a Pacific Coastal Beach 1900D. So that's going to be our next arrival, and I'm waiting for that. Speaking of waiting, they're waiting for the bridge to be made available here for the flare. As you can see, I guess they've got a shortage of personnel to organize that for them, and that just happens at many airports, actually, right? There seems to be fewer and fewer staff available at the ground handlers, so it is what it is. Terry says, have I seen Oscar recently? No, I haven't seen Oscar. Oscar, he hangs out at the south side, the observation deck on the south side, and we haven't done a south side show for a very long time, so that's why I haven't seen Oscar, but I think he's okay. I think he's doing well. It's just that we'll see him when we do a south side show. He'll probably be over there. He's a good guy. Andy says, Henry, there was a chap at Austin Airport who knew you. Did you ever hear from him? Yes, I can't remember his name. That's my very good friend, Joe Fernandez. Joe is another aircraft slide photographer, and really good guy. I've known him for decades as well. So that's who you saw when you and Sam were in Austin. He's a Kodachrome junkie, as we say. He also loves Kodachrome slides. American Airlines taxiing out. This kind of looks good. Pretty quick turnaround. Seems like it was just in. Let's figure out where it's going to. It's going to Los Angeles. It's the American Airlines 3183 to LA. Where is it? I kind of lost it. There it is. Oh, okay. Well, let's get the Pacific Coastal. I promised you guys the Pacific Coastal. If I can get the camera turned around quick enough. No. Camera. No, sorry guys, I flubbed that. I don't get a cookie for that. Sorry guys. My bad. See, it goes dark right there. Isn't that the camera just blackens up right in that spot. For whatever reason, the light dynamics, because it's so bright and dark green, it just kind of blacks out on us. Anyhow, let's get, there's an Air Canada Max taxiing, about to taxi over here. Sorry about that. Right there. Disconnecting. So this Max is going to, let's see if we can figure this out. It's going to Las Vegas. Air Canada 1058. And we've got a CRJ on the move here. Air Canada Jazz, or Air Canada Express as they call it now. Reg. Oh, Korean. Korean just called for push, which is nice. We just have a Q400 landing in front of us. Nothing serious. I'll show you. Right here. So we'll just, as I say, I'm going to hold the camera on the Korean because they're about ready to push back. Any second they're going to start pushing this back. So that'll be good. Hello, Phil Sellers. And Will P, business class member for 24 months. Wow. Thank you very much, Will, for your 24-month business class membership. Korean Airlines is now pushing back. We've got a United landing right in front of us. Again, Will P, thank you very much for your 24-month membership. That is really, really good. Really kind of you. He says, look who's got a gold tail now. Hi, Henry. Welcome back. Well, it's a great pleasure to be back. And thank you, Will P. As far as they're going back.
That's 465, contact ground. So I'm getting the ground 21. That's 465. Subcat test 5 on Juliet. 465 ground, tag Juliet, Lima 3. Committed here for test 465. 3. Taxi Papa Mike. Papa Mike for hotel, Dave Roger, just caution jet left from the 80, starting. Hey, Roger.
Andre from Brazil, welcome to the show. Glad to see you here. I think this might be the first time you're here. Oh, and we've just got a United landing as well. United 737-800 rolling out. The Korean, I think, is about to start taxiing any minute. Let's put the camera on him. They've disconnected the tug. Yeah, it's disconnected. And he'll be taxiing off stand any second. Hang on 1 second, guys. I'm just going to check something. Bear with me. The 37 that is taxied in front is the Las Vegas that we saw just taxi in front of the camera. The Air Canada Max is the 1058 to Las Vegas. Robert Hoffman, nice to see you, joining us from Chicago. It's gone quiet on the approach, though. Nothing really on the approach at this moment, nor on the flight radar. So we'll hold the Korean in camera for the time being.
Juliet Alpha, Juliet Bush, running Juliet right, 303, 072. Vasco 208, taxi cross 208 right, Hotel Alpha April. Right, Hotel Vasco 208. American 1058, ground, hold short, way 13. Hold short, way 13, Canada.
We're just waiting for the Korean to move. There's beacons are on. Beacons just came on, and he's slowly moving.
Jazz 58, you're at 57 on your end.
Image is looking very crisp.
American 58, give way to the dash, tax cross 3 Lima.
Still nothing on approach. Watching the Korean. Ooh, there. See, I've got to have the camera zoomed in, otherwise we get backlit.
Vancouver ground, American 1450. Push for Echo 79. American 1415, ground, push and start. Push and start our discussion. 1415.
Glad the picture is clear. Still see there's 767 of you guys hanging out with me now. That's amazing, actually. Still nothing on the approach.
A18 Whiskey Fox, runway 0 right, altimeter 30, taxi, Foxtrot, your discretion. Alpha, cross runway 31, route channel 1187, hold it short, runway right. 08, Foxtrot, Alpha, cross 3, over tower,
Well, guys, not too much to really mention. We're just kind of waiting for this Korean to depart. I see we have Carl joining us from Dublin. Nice to see you. Jorg says excellent screen quality. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I hope it is. Doing the best that we can here. Again, I'm looking at the screen through the back of my camera, and it's a bit, it looks a bit dark to me. So it's very different than watching it on a large screen. But if you guys are telling me that it looks good, I'm glad to hear that. That's good news. And Aviation says Westjet from Kelowna and Air Canada coming in from Calgary soon. Okay, well, thanks for the heads up on that. So as soon as I can see them, I'll let you guys know. So Paul says, can you see the sea, the ocean, from the spot that I'm at right now? Yes, you can, because you can see ships. Cargo ships, actually. You can see them in the distance, but I'll try to show you guys the ocean here in just a second. But yeah, you can see the sea. But I'll point it out to you here in a moment. Yeah, there's actually, I'll show you something, guys. Hang on one second. There is a tanker that has just been pointed out to me. Right there. That is the sea. That is the sea right there. There's a container ship. And that is the open, well, it's not the open ocean, but it is the sea.
Via Lima cross runway 13. Via Lima cross 13 and just confirming, is it available right to Lima? In Air 072, approved. Roger, right on Lima from Boeing 787. Roger, the regulations have changed. The only ones not allowed are the 4-engine, the 340s, 40s, etc. But you're okay now, thank you. Yeah, understood. Green is 076. You're short of hotel for 08, the back of 1450.
So Booker says, what time is it here? Well, the local time here in Vancouver is 1:42 p.m. Yeah, Paul, it is a sizable vessel. We do have a container port not far from us. There's, of course, the Port of Vancouver, but we also have another container port and commercial shipping area adjacent to where the BC Ferries park, kind of not far from where the boat that I just showed you. That's where it probably originated from.
Canada 2, with your clear the RNAV runway 08 left.
There's Korean taxing nicely.
Targeting for the land runway straight above. Air Canada 213. Start your discretion.
We do have an approach, guys, from Calgary. Flight 213, it'll be here in a minute or two. And I'll move the camera there in just a second. I can't see it.
Air 072, monitor cal 1187, bye-bye. 1827, Transair 072, bye-bye.
Yeah, so Calgary's next, landing on this runway. But I don't see it. But it's going to be here shortly. And let me just check and see if what you guys have to say. We have Ayush Agarwal, who's joining us from India, and he says it's 3:13 a.m. Wow. Boy, that's dedication. Watching our show from India at 3 o'clock in the morning. I appreciate that. And Book is heading off to night. Good night. It's 22:44 in Germany, according to Oscar T. Wow. And welcome to the show, Heather Reed. Anyhow, we do have this Korean. Where's the Korean? I kind of lost him. There it is. There's the Korean. But we do have right now landing on runway 08 right. This is the 213 from Calgary. It's Air Canada, and it is in screen right now. There it is. It's going to be landing momentarily. And there's that tanker again. Sun's come out here, it's lovely.
Mike 3, Mike, Juliet, Charlie, Vancouver Canada. Stay with you, thanks.
Wow, the sun's just came out and bathed us in sunshine here. It's lovely. Hopefully we'll get some warmth out of it, but I think it's going to be short-lived. Ah, okay, so it's interesting. So the ship that we just saw is actually called the Buenaventura. It's a bulk carrier, and it is going to Vancouver. It's going to the Port of Vancouver, and it's actually, you can actually look it up on the Marine Tracking app, just like we have Flight Radar. There's a Marine Tracker app, and you can look it up, and you'll see it. It's unbelievable, guys. You can actually track that on your phone and have a look at it. But yeah, it's called the Buenaventura. Isn't that incredible? It's fascinating, actually. Absolutely fascinating. Wow. Yeah, incredible. Very, very interesting. Yeah, so it's basically a website just like Flight Radar 24, where you can see the ship movements. I have a gentleman beside me who's just pointed it out, and you guys can actually watch the ship movements and the aircraft movements, just as we were doing here at the airport with Flight Radar 24. And then you'll see the ships that you were asking about. It's called marinetraffic.com is the website, just if you're curious. Very, very fascinating. Very neat. And here goes Korean guys on the roll for Seoul. Wow, that's cool. They should present kind of our usual spot. Right by the hotel there is where the 787 should be climbing out. We'll be ready for it. There it is. Absolutely. Gear up. Very nice. Beautiful. Now that was very cool. So now let's figure out what's happening next. I'll just point the camera at this 787 and I was going to check. Oh, we've got a lander, guys. We've got a lander. Stand by one. Stand by one. We're zooming in and there it is. Westjet. Have a look and tell you guys where that came from. That WestJet was from Calgary. It's the WestJet 115. And then we have right behind it, in about another minute, we've got the WestJet 711 from Toronto, which we'll see momentarily. It should present itself. Hope you guys are doing well. Ray Hawksworth says those takeoffs from behind the hotel are fabulous. But you know something, Ray? When we're on the other side at the South Terminal, it's actually a really good view of that runway. But we you know, if I'm doing a show like today and they're on runway 08, I kind of have to be on this side because you won't see the full rotation. Well, you'll see the rotation, but you won't see the full takeoff from the south side. So, kind of have to be here. But don't worry, we'll have a day where we're on the other side for 26 runway operations. For those of you that are curious, my battery's at 62%, so I've still got some time.
Jet 804, pushback. Jet 804, and company A3's push beside you. Push start your discretion.
I'm just going to have a glance at the flight radar, guys. I'm just going to take my camera, hands off the camera, to see what's happening. So yes, we have WestJet 711 from Toronto, and I can see it now. I see the landing lights. So we're just going to move the camera around to the final approach of runway 08 right. And you'll see it. You'll see the landing lights shortly. You can see the aircraft there in the distance.
Westjet 168.27, push and start, please. Westjet 168 ground traffic, if you're looking to push back to the start button, Air Canada A320 should be moving. Push back your discretion. Canada, sub-box our discretion was safe.
Pretty good. That was pretty good. Terry Edwards, thanks for joining us. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream tonight. Thank you for being here. Nigel says, what time will it get dark? Well, it's only 2 o'clock thereabouts. Well, it'll be 2 o'clock in 5 minutes. I'd say another 2 hours before we start to lose daylight. So it'll be dark by 4:30ish. We've got at least another 2 hours of light. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. It's been a lot of fun. I've enjoyed it. Hanging out here. 4:47 is the official sundown time today. So yeah, so for those of you who are asking, it's 4:47. Thank you for the information. You mentioned a Pilatus PC-24 coming in, then an Air Canada Max. Okay, well we'll watch that here on our flight radar as well. Flight radar 24. I'll be watching for that. But I think it's going pretty quiet, guys. We'll just give it a little bit longer, see if we get any things special or interesting here in the next short little while. But I hope you've enjoyed the show. And I do appreciate all of you guys for tuning in and watching my stream today. So I'd like to, Louise, my pleasure. Nigel, thank you for being here. And Michelle. Carl, I got cookies. So you guys have some funny names. So I got cookies says the ship that I showed is worth $22 billion. Interesting. Glad you guys are still watching. Oh, look, it's coming out. There's an Air Canada A340 coming out here. Taxiing out of the Horseshoe. Okay, behind the queue and the other side. Let's figure out where that's going to. Toronto. That's going to Toronto. It's the Air Canada 116 to Toronto. Actually, the 330. Just 711. We'll check golf. Wow. Port of golf now. Westjet 711. Westjet 116 traffic company suite. So Oscar, good night. Thank you for joining us from Germany. Wow. Well, I think the... Hang on, I'm just going to put myself on camera here, guys. Oh, there's another ship. In the distance. I think I'm just trying to get it to focus. There you go. Look at that.
37, wait for gate 17. Traffic company pushing gate.
It's interesting. You
You
can do ship spotting and plane spotting at this location. Look at that. That's very cool. And another one. Yeah, there's a hovercraft. I think that might be a hovercraft, guys. Standby 1. This is the BC Coast Guard hovercraft. This is rare. Very rare to see this. Look at that, guys. Incredible. This is something special. Wow. Look at that. Amazing. This is a highlight, guys. This is a highlight. Never seen it before on our show. It's based here at the airport, but it very rarely operates.
116 additional traffic.
So you got to see ships, aircraft, helicopter, and a hovercraft on this show. That's got to be a first. Look at it. Look at that. This is something mega special, guys. Yeah, hovercraft full of eels. Look at it. I mean, this is so neat. I'm just holding the camera on that because we've got... Wow. Wish I could get closer with the camera, but it's kind of, it is what it is, but at least you guys can see it. And this hovercraft is actually based only a short distance from the South Terminal. Like half a kilometer. 500 meters from the South Terminal is where the hovercraft is based. It's kind of putting on a show for you guys, a special show. Wow. Look at all that water and moisture it's throwing up. Very, very unique craft, I must say.
210 right there. Air Canada 210 ground runway 3039 or taxi Juliet Charlie, Victor Holtz Hotel.
Really cool. So I hope you guys aren't bored by that. So yeah, we have an Air Canada. Let's have a look at what we've got here, guys. Nothing actually landing at the moment. Although in a minute or two we have the Air Canada 111 coming in from Toronto. I don't have visual with him yet, but it is coming in. Thank you for that, Stephen. British invasion. Okay, I see the Air Canada 111 on approach, guys. Okay.
Ground Skyris 33 information Delta for taxi. Z21 ground runway 3 right ultimate 039 or taxi Tango Mike Victor Holtz.
Well, guys, not much happening here at the airport at the moment. We've got the A330 about to taxi onto the active on the south side, and we've got this Air Canada arrival from Toronto. It's the Air Canada 111. So I think we'll probably call it a day after these two aircraft have arrived and departed. Where is the... There's the 330. There's the 330 right there. And let's get the Air Canada 111, the 737 MAX from Toronto, which is about to land right here. I think we can get both of these aircraft.
04 ground, taxi full short.
It is.
Jet 168, give Air Canada A340 off your right. You cross runway 13 and lane. I will give one to Air Canada and across 13.
There's that, and here's the A330.
Jet 192, altimeter 3039er, via Juliet Lima, hold short 111. Juliet Lima, short 13, travel 1. A204, give way to Westjet 737 on Lima, then taxi, runway 13, Lima. Way to Westjet.
And last but not least, here's this MAX making his way to the gate. Well guys, hang on, I'm just going to put myself in front of the camera and sign off. Bear with me guys for a second. Let's see if I can get this organized. Okay, hang on. Whew. Oh boy, well guys, it's been a fun show. How long have we been here? 3 hours. Well, it's been fun. I hope you've enjoyed it. Hands are cold. And we had some neat movements. We had a hovercraft, we had ships, we had boats. We've had a good show, guys. So thank you very much for tuning in. It's been fun, and I look forward to seeing everybody next week. Remember, we've got the Airliners Live Super Sunday show at Manchester this Sunday, of course, regular time. There's John Feza's Flight Sim show on Monday. And if the weather allows, here in Vancouver, I'll do a pop-up show as well. We just never know, so we'll play it by ear. So you guys take care. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see everybody soon. Thanks, guys. Bye.